Okay, ladies and gentlemen, over to the champion and also our trainer Ross up here as well for questions.
Hey, Kevin, right here in the front, Andreas L, ESPN. Listen, you had 2 wars with Amanda. Were you more surprised that she didn't come at you as much as she did in the first 2 fights? Or was that really a part of your strategy with the check hook, circling, to keep her at bay?
Yeah, I think the whole game plan tonight was not letting her feet set. I knew I was capable of a performance like that in their 2 fights as well, but I just got caught with a bit of a war in their 2 fights. I'm so happy that I was able to stay this one tonight and just outbox her. And I made the fight a lot easier for myself, I think, just doing that, just keep getting constantly moving, not letting her feet set. And that was it.
Were you a little concerned when you heard the first scorecard of 95-95? Were you thinking, oh God, here we go again, another controversial decision?
I was a bit concerned, but once I heard the other scorecards, I was hoping obviously my hand was going to be raised, and thank God it was.
Question for both you and Eddie. A while ago, and you talked about it, there was an idea of a possible all-women's card that you had pitched to the zone. Wasn't ready for it. Now that you saw what happened tonight, how do you feel about an all-women's card and the energy that it brings?
Look, it was an amazing show and a huge opportunity for female fighters. I know that, I'm not speaking on Katie's behalf, but I know that she's always wanted female boxing to sit alongside men's boxing. It's not 2 codes. It's not necessarily a night of female boxing or a night of men's boxing. It's just boxing, and I've always said that Katie Taylor is not just the greatest female fighter of all time, but one of the greatest fighters of all time, and that was the barrier that she broke. So we don't compare, the female and the male code. It's just boxing. But what they did tonight was give so many opportunities to so many great female fighters and big paydays and big opportunities, and she won't ever say it, it's down to her. There's been many more before her, but she's the one that's commercially broke down the barriers that have given so many opportunities. So amazing all-female. I've never done an all-female card tonight. It was amazing for everybody involved, but for me, it's just not men and female. It's boxing and judged off the quality of the fighter. And this right here is one of the greatest of everybody of all time.
How did you feel about it, Katie?
Oh well, absolutely unbelievable to be part of a show like this and to be headlining an all-female card. It was an absolute privilege. These are the sort of opportunities that people didn't think was even possible a few years ago. And just seeing the atmosphere, seeing the amount of people that came out to support an event like this, the atmosphere was absolutely electric again tonight. I didn't think it could get even any louder than the first time we were here, but it was an unbelievable atmosphere, an amazing event, and I'm very, very proud to be headlining such an important event for women's sport.
Last question. Eddie just said you kind of turned back the clock. You looked fresh. You looked in your zone. I know that you have talked about retirement, but after this kind of performance, are you still thinking about it, or you feel like you still have a lot more left in you?
I don't know. I'm just going to enjoy this victory right now and sit back and reflect, and then I'll make a decision on that soon. But I'm very, very happy with tonight's performance and just the amount of work that we put in over the last few months, myself and Ross. It grew in a few months in preparation for these kind of fights, and I'm so glad I was able to showcase what I could do tonight.
Katie, congratulations once again. Just a word for the Irish fans, the amount to come here tonight that travel over constantly for your fights. Everyone's supporting you back at home again, and I know you don't want to mention it tonight, but can you give them the reassurance that they'll see you at least one more time, maybe back in Dublin for another fight?
Maybe in Croke Park. that would be unbelievable. But just I said in the ring earlier on, just these people are spending their hard-earned money to go over and support me. It just means the world. Honestly, I can't believe that this is my life. I'm headlining a show, Madison Square Garden, an all-female card. Looking back at the whole journey, what an amazing night. These are nights that I dreamed of as a kid, and to be sitting here again as a winner, I'm so happy, so grateful.
Hey Katie, congrats. You kind of shied away from it throughout the week, but did you feel any pressure going into tonight? I'm asking now that it's over, and did you feel kind of like a sense of relief when your hand was raised?
Yeah, I think there's always a bit of pressure going into these fights. it's normal to feel a bit of pressure, but I didn't feel any more pressure than the previous nights. Every single fight I've been involved in over these last few years have been huge fights. They're huge events, and so I wouldn't say I felt any more pressure tonight than I did for the other fights, but there's always a bit of relief after your hand is raised, but also just complete joy as well. And just all the hard work being paid off, all the sacrifices you're making, all just it's a grueling sport, so it's obviously such a relief when your hand is raised.
Do you feel like you have anything left to prove?
I wouldn't say I have anything left to prove, but I'm going to sit back and relax, and like I said, I will make a decision on whether I will fight again in the future.
Katie, you sat down with me 2 months ago and you said that you were going to give the best performance of your career. Maybe it's already you turn back the years, and it was a fantastic performance. I just thought, are you happy after that performance? And you've got a great show, 1-3-0, like you said now, but after you said that this was going to be the greatest performance, do you feel like you really showed that tonight?
I thought I showed, just a very smart performance, a very clever performance. This performance I knew I was capable of against Amanda. The 2 fights previous were just ended up as complete wars, and I came out of the ring battered and bruised. And I'm thinking, why am I just standing there fighting when I knew I was capable of moving my legs, and then I just outboxing her. And I'm just happy I was able to produce that tonight and execute the game plan that Ross has been telling me to do all along. I'm just very, very satisfied right now.
And you really did go to war, and it was quite nice at the end that you hugged. It's kind of like that chapter's now over. Are you happy that all of that and kind of the build-up and the controversy in the second one is now put to bed, and you can just reflect on what's been an absolute masterpiece in the sport?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just so grateful for Amanda Serrano, what an amazing champion. We created history together 3 times. My name will always be embedded over hers forever. I'm very, very happy about that. What we've been able to create over these last few years has been unbelievable. It's amazing to have a rival like that in the sport, and this has brought an event like this tonight, like an all-female card, because of what myself and Amanda have been able to produce over the last few years. So I think we're both myself and Amanda are just sitting back very, very proud right now.
You kind of alluded to maybe Amanda's strategy this time around, but in the first round, the second round, did you feel that there was any tentativeness from her part because of how she's fought in the past? Was that a sense at all that you got her?
I think just my move was caused her a bit of trouble. My footwork was causing her trouble, and she wasn't able to set her feet. So I'm not sure what was going through her mind, but I think I just made the fight a bit easier for myself.
Was there a sense at some point tonight that it felt really stylistically more your type of fight than what she, like you alluded to, kind of put you in the first two fights?
Yeah, definitely. I was able to use her. I used the ring a lot better tonight. My feet were very good tonight. I felt fresh in there. I felt sharp in there. I seen that the punches coming. So yeah, I definitely felt like it was my kind of fight. There was my kind of pace as well.
Congratulations, Ricardo Torres from NBC Telemundo. I have a 2-part question. It seemed like Amanda tried to outbox you from the outside. Were you expecting that strategy from her, and did it work on your favor? That's the first part. The second one, now that the trilogy is done, do you feel like in the long run it can become a turning point on professional women boxing?
I think it already has become a turning point, just for what we've seen tonight. But it was. What was the first question?
Strategy. Did it work on your favor? Her strategy? Try to outbox you from the outside.
Yeah, she couldn't really get close to me tonight, and I think that's due to to what I was doing there as well. I think she just couldn't get close.
Right here down the front, Katie. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Third win, an amazing performance. Is this performance more satisfying than the first two? Because there really isn't any debate this time around. And even though it may not have been the firefight that we expected, it was definitive. Did it feel better this time?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody could deny that I won tonight's fight, so it is very, very satisfying. the other previous fights, some people had her winning, some people had me winning, so there was always that debate there. That's why there was a trilogy at the end of the day. It was coming into this trilogy 2-0 against her. But there was a controversy in those decisions, so I feel very, very satisfied right now that it was lights out, and I feel like it was a very, very dominant performance.
You said you made the fight easier on yourself tonight. You did what the coach asked you to do. As fighters get older and more experienced, they get wiser. Is this the kind of performance we can see from you in the future? I mean, everyone expects Katie to just bring the fight to the opponent and stay in the middle and trade. But now, at this stage of your career, is this the smarter way to conduct your boxing business?
I hope so. That's always the plan, to fight smart, but for some reason, sometimes it ends up with a fight, but my plan is always to box smart. My plan was to box smart the other two previous fights as well, but I'm very, very happy I was able to execute what I was being told to do this fight.
And last one, we saw Cameron tonight. I know you don't know if you want to continue, but is there something in the back of your mind that wants to settle that as well? Make that a definitive win for yourself before you go out of boxing?
Maybe. I think Chantelle has to see if she can set out a 1,000-seat arena first. I don't think she can set out any stadium at all, so I think I made her more weight than she really deserves to go out on us. But what do you think, Eddie?
I think you earn the right to do whatever you want. You know, I think those fights with Chantelle, great, Serrano, great. I think if it was a really tough fight tonight, then maybe we'd be sitting here and saying, well, is that the end of the road? But you know, I feel like Katie could do another 20 or 30 rounds, so she'll decide if she's going to fight again. For me, I think she's got at least 11 or 12 left. To be honest with you.
Thank you, and congratulations again.
I think
Congratulations, Cameron.
one more, guys, and then we wrap it up.
Two judges saw the fight clearly in your favor, while one is Korea's a draw. Were you surprised by the judges' scoring?
I was definitely surprised to hear the 95-95 scorecard, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. My hand was raised, and I don't care. But yeah, very, very happy that my hand was raised.
All right, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
For your support. Well done, Katie.